Today on Midnight Mania Sports, we have Thomas Sutera, who grew up in my hometown of Waterford, Connecticut, in a town known well for baseball. He played at Siena College for 3 years until he was drafted into the Phillies organization. My friend Austin Dakuda, the co-host of the show, is also a big Phillies fan, so we're glad to have you here, Thomas.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
So, Thomas, how did you get involved in baseball?
My dad and my grandfather were big supporters of our local town Little League, and my sister played softball, so I was always up at the Little League field in our town when I was much younger, so it kind of was just, at the beginning, forced upon me because my dad's up there all the time, but I grew to love it how it is.
All right, that's really interesting, because there is Sutera Field up in Waterford North now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what drives you to keep playing baseball?
Right now, it's just, I love the game a lot. I mean, basically I have my season with the Phillies, which goes from end of February until all the way until Labor Day, so that's 6 months, and then right when I get home, it's considered the off season, but I'm still going, still working out and training for baseball, so it's kind of a 24-hour thing. It's just, I love the game a lot, and it's just a great game to play that I enjoy every day, every second that I am participating.
Yeah, like they say, there is no off season, so that's great for you that you keep going and keep working out and keep doing what you love. So what was the transition like from playing at Siena to the minors?
I mean, it wasn't a huge jump at the beginning because I was down in rookie ball where there was a lot of high schoolers and guys that were fresh out of college, so it was a lot of youth and kind of inexperience, kind of like me to start, so it kind of was just had to stick with my plan, how I was in college, and just attack the hitters. But this past season, there was a lot more that went into it with all the data that we were given about our opponents and everything. So this year was a lot different with knowing your opponent and the hitter that you're facing a lot more and having a better understanding of who you're facing and how to attack them. Whereas last year, it was kind of just, we had no data on any of the guys, and we just went after them how you could.
Great. So you were the Valley League Baseball Pitcher of the Year. You had a 6-0 record, 1.57 ERA for the Purcellville Cannons. So tell me, what was your mindset going through each game?
Yeah, the Purcellville was a great experience. I loved it down in Virginia. It was a good summer league. So in college, in the summer, your teams place you throughout the country. We have kids go out to Washington. We actually had a kid one time go out to Alaska, so you play summer ball. It's kind of like 30, 40 games to keep you in shape, keep you getting reps, and to get better. So when I was down there, I was just out there thinking, not more or less winning the game, but more or less getting better and attacking the hitters and kind of improving all my pitches. And then with that came confidence on the mound that I was better than every hitter that I faced. That's just how I look at every batter when I face them, whether I am better or not. But you have to have that kind of mindset. So that summer was just a very big growth for me moving into my junior year, as I had a lot of confidence down there, and it transitioned to my junior season.
So that kind of leads me into my next question is, what was your favorite memory playing baseball, or what is your favorite memory?
Favorite memory? I would have to say my last summer, when I was in the Cape Cod League. I started out as a temporary player while the players that were at the College World Series were finishing their college season. I ended up getting extended, and my favorite memory was my last start, because after I'd been extended to a full, I actually had ended up making the All-Star game, and I had my last start before I ended up getting signed, and I had a pretty good outing, and right after that was when the Philly scouts approached me and offered me a contract, so that I would have to say is my favorite memory.
Yeah, that's always a big moment, especially when you're playing in front of a big crowd with a lot of people who are going to be watching you. And because I remember watching you when I was a lot younger, you were playing a lot of basketball. So what made you choose baseball over any other sport?
Overall, I would just say baseball was where I excelled most at. Basketball, I was very small. I didn't grow until my freshman to sophomore year of high school, so I transitioned from playing point guard to center in a year. So, I mean, I love the game of basketball. It's a fun game, but skill-wise, baseball just had me there. I was just a lot better baseball player than I was at every other sport that I attempted. So kind of just had to go with what was best for me and what I was best at.
So speaking of basketball, you were my coach when I was younger. I believe I was in 7th grade, and we won a championship together. And this past season, when I coached against you, you made it further than me. So which team, and you ended up winning the championship again. So which championship team was your favorite? Was it the one that I was on or the one you just won?
Oh, man. Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm going to have to go with your team, of course, because that team was just me. This team that I had this season, I was kind of not forced upon it, but I was actually just got home from college, and I was out about, and the league president came up to me asking if they needed one more coach. So that team was already, the roster was already made. Your team, me and Connor Lewis, together, we went to the tryouts, and we picked the team together that we thought was the best. Unfortunately, we got you on the team. We don't know how that ended up, but but that team, we right from the start, we knew that team was going to be very successful, and we drafted all of you guys. So that I would say is my favorite team.
Yeah, and I definitely was a star-studded player on that team.
You could call it that.
All right, Tom.
Right from the start when we implemented the rule, no socks with cape, and put a damper right on your season. We're holding you back.
Yes, my Superman socks with capes. I always loved wearing those. All right, so that was my last question I had for you, Thomas. Thank you so much, and thank you for your time. Good luck this year and in the future, and we'll definitely keep in touch.